What's up, everybody? I'm Jason.
And I am Donovan, D-Money Scott.
And this is
MoneyBall. There we go. First try.
Not bad.
That was good.
Yeah.
We tried to sync that. I want to start by saying thank you to everyone who has tuned in to our new podcast. Been an enormous success. I want to thank everyone I've reached out to and maybe begged a little bit to go ahead and subscribe, follow, comment, watch the whole video. I've gotten tremendous feedback. I couldn't be more proud of this guy here and both, the way that we've kind of endorsed ourselves, and we're really hoping you guys are enjoying this. We're going to keep on rolling. We're going to make it entertaining and keep bringing some real good stuff to talk about. In exciting news, we do have a couple of sponsors. 716 Sports Cards Memorabilia is a main sponsor. If you guys are looking for any type of sports memorabilia, cards, 716 in the Southgate Plaza in West Seneca is absolutely phenomenal, second to none.
716 Cards and Collectibles, located in the Southgate Plaza. Let's go inside. Look at all that wax and packs. Singles? Yeah, they got 'em. Pokemon cards? Probably the best selection around. Football packs, basketball packs, baseball and hockey? They got it all. Wrestling? UFC? Oh yeah. Blaster boxes? They got those too. Pokemon Trade Night? Check it out. Booster boxes, ETBs? They got you covered. Pokemon singles? Oh yeah. Want to protect all your cards? They got all the supplies. And packs on packs on packs. Come check us out. See you later.
Did we want to do our spin to win first?
Yeah, absolutely. We got to give away the Jose Canseco autograph card.
Jose Canseco autographed card. Listen, we don't break promises.
Here we go.
One thing you're going to find out about these cats here, we're not breaking promises. We said someone was going to win this bad boy right here, this Jose Canseco autograph. Spin it, baby.
All right. Here we go, guys. Good luck, and thank you, everyone. That's a good spin.
And there goes 35 seconds of our airtime on the spin.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have like copyright infringement because of the Jeopardy. So.
Yeah, maybe.
So who we got? We have Diedrich
Ennis. Winner, chicken dinner, my man D. All right, Jose Canseco card. I do know who that is.
All right, congrats.
Get that out to you in the mail, or I can drop it off personally if you want to meet a celebrity. Boom.
There you go. We're going to talk about college sports this week. And mostly, we're going to talk about college football and why you should be watching college football. So if you haven't got into it quite yet, I'm going to give you a bunch of reasons why I think you should. But as far as the giveaway, so just like last week, 14 comments. We're looking for the first 14 names that comment on our YouTube video. We're going to be giving away this box of unopened, sealed college basketball box.
It's pretty sweet.
And now I chose college basketball because what do we got coming up tomorrow?
We got March Madness, baby.
Ooh.
Hope everybody's got their brackets filled out.
I got mine.
I got mine. I might have a couple. And listen.
Now, when you say a couple, are you talking like maybe?
Literally, no. I think I
like
literally
7?
only have 2.
Okay.
Yeah, usually there's 7. I think.
Like, is this a couple where you tell your wife?
I did one. I did one this year, and I did send it out to some people. I sent the invites, and then I was like, I don't want to run this thing, man. I don't want to collect the Venmo. I don't want to be responsible for the money.
No, you just want to win.
Yeah, then people started filling out their brackets, so now I'm in, and I didn't even check it. I probably have 10 or 20. I've been in some that have 500. So hopefully mine's 10 or 20 because I don't really want to deal with all that.
You sent me the one invite.
Did I?
And I did it.
And you did it, so you're in. Okay,
yeah,
so
I'm in. So.
But it is one of my favorite times of the year. It's too bad it's not in Buffalo this year because there's nothing. I mean, it's phenomenal when you can go down to Buffalo and catch some college basketball. Relevant college basketball. Sorry, UB. Sorry, Niagara. Sorry, Canisius. No offense. But when you can see Duke or something crazy like that in this area, it's just killer, man. It's so fun to watch those teams.
I'll tell you what, though. Like, I take my son to the UB games because it's
fun.
It's 5 minutes away.
Yep.
For $10.
Yep.
We're sitting.
Yeah.
On the court.
I know.
I mean, I'll put a couple clips of it in the YouTube video. But my son is down there meeting players.
Right.
We're sitting on the court. We're getting autographs.
You can smell the sweat, man. You're right down in there. It is.
It is an amazing time for $10.
And what other sport, can you get down in there that close to the players? I mean, literally, when you're watching an NBA or a college game and these players are diving into the crowd, right? Like, It's just, there's no sport like it. I mean, love basketball or hate basketball. Live basketball is phenomenal. I saw Kobe once live. Super lucky to see that. I've only been to a few, but
I saw Kobe's last game at Cleveland.
Did you?
His last game at Cleveland.
That's killer. Yeah, that's killer. I saw him in New Orleans years back. But the fact that we both saw Kobe Bryant is something that not a lot of people have done. So.
Right. I think I went with a couple guys from the West here. Lewis Holt, Mike Banuski, Devontae Shannon, I believe, was there.
See, I went with Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, Leo was like, I got a couple tickets, I'm going to be on Bourbon, I'm going to be doing a movie shoot. He called me. All of a sudden, Brad's calling me on the other. He's like, dude, you want to go to the game? I'm like, I don't know, I got stuff. But I did end up going with him.
I'll tell you what, Leo's, and we're getting off topic, but Leo is my favorite actor. Leo and Denzel Washington.
It's not possible that your favorite is Denzel, because it's my favorite.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Denzel Washington is my all-time favorite actor.
Yeah, I mean,
and I don't think we've had this conversation.
He doesn't play a bad role. He can play a good guy. He can play a bad guy. He can play a father.
For the fact, though, for us to have the same favorite actor.
Well, we have the same favorite college football team.
We do,
and that's
helmet go represent.
Yeah.
Listen, I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio's in my top 5 for sure.
And Leo DiCaprio. Yeah.
Well, I would hope so.
Georgia represent. But, I mean, Denzel, man. Now, what's your favorite Denzel movie?
Man, oh man.
That's not a movie. He does have a Man on Fire.
Yeah.
No Man, oh man, though.
Training Day is so good. I just.
Okay.
It's probably your typical answer, but. Man,
no, I don't think so.
Man,
he's got such a repertoire. Mine is Glory.
Glory.
Have you seen Glory? It's one of his breakout movies.
Say no.
It's one of his breakout movies. Civil War, about a black regiment in the Civil War, which I'm kind of a Civil War nerd.
Oh yeah.
And it's one of his breakouts. I think it's maybe his first or second movie, and it's just absolutely.
Come on, now chill.
Have you seen The Equalizer?
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Denzel he is slaying people.
The ultimate bad.
You want your knuckles broken while he's doing a karate 360 chop? He's going to do that.
He gives everybody a chance, though.
He'll stab you in the eye with a pencil while he massages your leg. That's what he's going to do.
He gives everybody a chance to do the right thing.
Hey, listen, you got a choice. If you're Denzel, he's saying basically, listen, you can make the right decision right now, or I'm going to equalize you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most of the time, they don't make the right decision. What's he do?
He equalizes.
He equalizes.
Yeah.
He equalizes the bleep out of him.
We should probably.
Let's go. Let's roll, brother.
We should probably start.
I could talk Denzel all day, but yeah. All right, so let's dive in, man. Tell me a little bit about what your thoughts are with college. Now, are you saying college is a better product than the NFL, or are you talking specifically football? Or dive into what you're telling me here with college sports.
Well, I would say let's concentrate more on football.
Okay.
Things because we got the NFL draft coming up, right? So a lot of these college kids are about to get drafted and into the pros and change their life forever.
College kids getting paid now to sign autographs too.
But college football itself is just an amazing product to watch. Again, if you're not into college football but you like the NFL, I'm telling you, give it a chance. Find a team, and just pick a team. It doesn't even matter who you pick. I mean, I picked the Georgia Bulldogs 15 years ago. They were horrible. Aaron Murray was their quarterback. I mean,
it's funny how we all have stories that got us into some team one way or another. For college basketball, my team is Seton Hall Pirates because of Terry DeHare. When I was a basketball nut, early teens, that was it, right?
Yeah.
Then football was Garrison Hurst.
Oh, Garrison Hurst.
And that was my guy, and I just became infatuated with the Georgia Bulldogs. It wasn't Herschel Walker. It was nobody like that. It was Garrison Hurst.
And what's cool about it is now you can follow these guys in their career, right? You're excited. You're excited for the draft. You're excited to see where these guys go and how they. You're almost more invested.
For sure. Once you have a personal relationship with them, right? They don't know you, right?
Right.
You follow them, but you feel, even if you're an Instagram friend or something, but you feel like you know that person because you're right, college career, and when they get traded, you're almost like, oh man, I wonder how his family feels about it. You wouldn't feel that way about any pro sport athlete. I think that's definitely fair. You've been to pro college football games, right? Not sorry, live college college football games, right?
Yes.
I mean, big names.
I was at the 2012 SEC championship when Georgia went against Alabama.
That's awesome.
So we're going back to the
12?
days of
10 years ago.
Of AJ McCarron.
Yep. Is that who it was?
Who is now?
Was this the game when Brett Musburger called the girlfriend hot on TV?
This Alabama, and that's A.J. McCarron's girlfriend, okay? And right there on the right is Dee Bonner. That's A.J.'s mom. Wow, I'm telling you, quarterbacks, you get all the good-looking women. What a beautiful woman.
Wow, A.J.'s doing some things right down in
So if you're a youngster in Alabama, start getting the football out and throw it around the backyard with Pops.
No, I believe that was not it. That was a different game.
All right, all right.
So, AJ McCarron now is a stud in the XFL.
I heard.
And did you?
I've yet to see the product. No, I haven't watched it.
And you got to see the interview after the game.
Okay.
Because he came back, he won the game, and you got little boys, right?
Yeah.
So it's
three little boys,
and so do I.
Yeah.
And they're interviewing him, and he's like, I chose to take a pay cut because he got offers to be a backup in NFL.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was for a couple of years, right?
Right. He was almost a starter for the Bills.
I was going to say, I thought, he played for the Bills.
Right. But he said, I wanted to come here so my kids could see me play. And he just made the best comeback of like the XFL season thus far. And his little boys...
Or career, right? It's like 2 years old, so the best season.
No, not his career. Like, he had the best comeback in that preseason game with Buffalo.
No, but I mean best of... XFL's in its second year.
Oh, yeah. Like,
so he was part of history of the best XFL games.
Yeah, it was just an amazing comeback.
Yeah.
And
is it good football? I mean, is it fun to watch?
It is fun to watch. It's football, man. It's.
I know.
But this is a better product than the old XFL. You know?
Okay, yeah.
The He Hate Me. You remember He Hated Me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do,
Ron
and
Turner.
I couldn't watch more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was bad. But his kids come over in the interview, and
They come running
he
up.
hugs them. He gets
Yeah,
emotional.
yeah.
It's just awesome stuff.
Yeah,
That's like
and I'm happy for him.
yeah.
Although he's not Georgia, and we've kind of strayed here, but he was good though. Like I remember, watching.
He
him.
was on that team. Eddie Lacy.
Wow. Yeah.
This is the Alabama team.
Eddie Lacy, Green Bay Packers.
Amari Cooper was on that team.
He was Alabama.
Yeah, unfortunately,
think he
because
was
he
Oklahoma.
caught a touchdown that game.
Okay. Great topic for a future show. Comment if you guys would like to see us do some type of trivia where we blast off the NFL player. Boom. What college? Right? In any sport. Because I think that would be a really cool show. We could somehow involve.
We would go live.
Yeah, go live and do comments.
Do it in the comments.
And have people participate in that. I got a friend, shout out, hopefully he watches, Paul Brasco. And Paul Brasco, man, you name, I don't care who it is, college, and I thought I was good at it. He smoked me. I mean, this guy.
Give me one real quick. Give me. This is.
See, if you put me on the spot,
That's okay.
I'm gonna make it a little tougher.
I'm putting myself on the spot.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make it a little tougher.
I could get it wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna go with. I'll go with Zach Wilson.
What, BYU?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with one more, so you can start your show.
Sure.
I'm gonna go with a gentleman by the name of Larry Fitzgerald.
Oh, that's Pitt.
Okay.
Yeah. But going back into college football, the rivalries. I mean, there is no rivalries even close to that in NFL.
No.
I mean, you talk about a meaningless game to us, but the Army versus Navy game
Right.
is insane.
And it could be the first or second game of the season, right?
That's I believe I want to say that's the longest rivalry game
Of any sport.
of history.
Yeah,
I mean we're talking like over 100 years type stuff.
And how cool that it's Army Navy, right?
It's
military. I mean,
in last year's Army Navy game, I watched it, and it was.
so is it 9-3 final?
No. You're putting me on the spot a little bit, but I want to say it was like 24,
They scored that many
21.
times. Isn't it Army? Which one throws like twice a game?
Oh, I remember there was a point where Navy ran like 45 plays.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
throw much.
Yeah.
They don't throw much. Another interesting.
So let me
thing-
finish this.
All right,
Because
okay.
this is
I'm gonna let you finish it.
the Army versus Navy game was amazing.
Okay.
I believe it was the Army that got down to the 1 yard line. This is an overtime. The game went to overtime. these guys play their hearts out in this game. This game is everything to them. It's the last game of the season.
Yeah, and it's bragging rights.
For sure. Got down to the 1 yard line. The guy fumbled the ball. They recovered.
Ran it back.
No.
Oh, just ended the
You
game.
started at the 25 in college.
Oh yeah.
They kicked the field goal and lost. The guy that fumbled was laying there crying his eyes out because that game meant everything to
and
him.
this is a hard ass military guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. This is a guy that serves our country, fights for our country.
Right. And
but that game meant everything to that guy. So
I know, man.
You just don't have that in the NFL.
No, you don't. And you can see, you know, obviously you do see the guys crying on the sideline. Stephon Diggs obviously plays with a lot of passion, but for every Diggs, you know, I'd say there's 10 or 15 Beckhams, you know, if that's a bad example, whatever, sorry, but that don't play with the heart. Another thing with the college that I really think is relevant, look at the amount of teams, right? So basketball, I think you have more D1s, but even football. Now, most of these teams are not going to be relevant. They're not going to be top 25, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to be in any type of contention.
No, they're horrible.
But think of all the student athletes. So I got a friend, shout out to my buddy Aaron Longbine, Westminster, right? Westminster? Division 2A, they won the championship, whatever, and I mean, he still talks about it like he won the national championship in Division 1 because of the passion, and they played with it, right? Great athletes. You might never know them or hear of them, right? But all these collegiate athletes that played college ball, and what is it, 1% go to the pros?
Yeah.
You know, but they're great. You watch these guys, man, and they're good enough to sit and watch from a crowd, from a standpoint, and then like you'd see him outside in your driveway and be like, oh my God, this guy is the best guy I've ever seen play football.
Right.
And he never gets drafted.
I know, it's amazing. I mean, Devontae Shannon was an amazing college football player.
Shout out to Devontae Shannon.
Hope you're watching.
Marcus Rivers.
But I mean, he was amazing.
Those guys,
he
you
had
see,
tryouts
you're
for
absolutely right.
teams.
You're absolutely right. You see him and you're like, oh my God, there's this guy's he can't miss with him.
And I watched Devontae play local, and I've played basketball with him local. I mean, it's domination.
Right.
You know, it's
right.
It's
Right.
amazing.
It just shows you the, you know, absolute. The athletics and the absolute magnitude of athletics and how good you really need to be to get to that next level. Yet getting to that next level, sometimes, you know, you lose everything that you built up for, right? Everything that got you there, mentally, not physically, everything mentally that got you there, that drive. Now that you're in the NFL, you made it. You got your contract.
Yeah.
You got your commercial contract, your Adidas.
It's more of a business. Even though I know the NIL has kind of made college more of a business.
Yeah.
But
whole nother podcast. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan, but
I feel like these guys deserve to get paid if they want to do autographs and stuff like that. But yeah,
but not for promotional and footwear and stuff like that.
There's a fine line.
Yeah.
But the NFL's a business, you know.
Totally.
I mean, look at the Raiders. They said David Carr.
Yeah.
Or Derek Carr, or
Derek Carr.
whichever one it is.
Derek Carr.
They're both horrible.
David Carr? Jesus. Derek Carr.
I know, I can't
Derek
keep
Carr.
track.
David Carr's his brother. Yeah. The Carr guy.
Yeah.
Who's now with the Saints, and I think he's going to actually be great. But let me bounce back to you here, and I'm sorry because we have a tendency to go off topic. Apologize for the listeners as well. Being live at a college, I want to stay on that a minute.
Yes.
I have not been to a large school college football game. It's absolutely on my bucket list. I think you and I were supposed to go at some point. Me and my other buddy Reichlich were supposed to go at one point. Georgia is where I want to go. Explain that experience a little bit. I mean, you've I think you were a season ticket holder, or still may be, with the Bills. You've been to a couple other stadiums. Explain that difference between a college football game and an NFL football game.
Well, I mean, let's start with the there's no alcohol, right? You're not gonna have the drunken people, and let's take Buffalo.
Are you talking in the game? In the game. But I'm sorry, go right from the tailgate though. Go right from the jump.
Well, you're really not gonna. You don't see a lot of alcohol at the tailgating.
Okay.
Because a lot of this is the college kids, and what's cool about these stadiums is they're not in down. downtown area. We're talking.
Yeah, you're in that small college.
You're in that small college feel. They're on campus, so you can't drink, right? It's not like
right.
You go
all underage.
Yeah, you go to Notre Dame, you're not going to have alcohol like flying all around. It's.
Sure, they're doing it. When they're doing it discretionary. But I know exactly what you're saying. You don't have guys doing keg stands.
Yeah, and you don't. Bills fans, you don't see people flying.
You don't see them jumping into tables.
You don't see them jumping off their RVs through a flaming table, and breaking their hips. So it's
the band. At halftime, I heard one of the major things people stick around, like halftime,
the band is huge.
I remember when I was season ticket holder, halftime for me, I was in my 20s and 30s. Halftime for me was running on a beer run, maybe trying to harf in a quick cigarette and get a Nachos Grande before the third quarter started. And, with the college, some people go just to see the band, in the competitions they'll have, and just hearing that I can picture it in my head right now, insert trumpets and here. But I can picture that.
Yeah. And people don't realize the college flies the band everywhere.
Okay.
It's kind of overlooked, and
there's a lot of them.
The band travels with the team.
Yeah.
That's a huge cost for the college, because you got 100 band members.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's how important it is.
Yep.
They're flying them all over the place.
Now, I know you wanted to stick with football. I think of the four majors, college hockey, no doubt, probably, no question, takes the back seat, right? I think there's so much good college hockey that a lot of people don't know about.
Probably college baseball.
College baseball is still big, though. I think not so much here. When you're down south, it's huge. Vanderbilt, Tennessee, in Texas, things like that. It's nowhere near the football or basketball. But then I would say baseball third, probably hockey four. And hockey, you can have a lot of different smaller schools. I mean, like Niagara University was a great program. Or you can have Robert Morris, or some of those smaller programs.
Shout out to NCCC, my alma mater.
Boom. Right? Okay, yeah. I mean, in some schools, really, with hockey, Union, did you ever hear of them?
No.
Union College is one of the best collegiate hockey programs there is. Shout out Brian Becker at F45 over at my gym, who now coaches St. Francis Prep, but a good buddy of his that works out there played Union and was looked at, right? So, hockey, you can go juniors or you can go the college route, and it's very difficult, just like it is in anything. But it's on a smaller scale. You're not Notre Dame, Michigan, Ohio State.
Right.
They have programs. You don't need to be that program to get noticed.
Right. And so, you asked me, what's it like when you walk in, right? It's, first of all, you instantly have goosebumps. If you go to Georgia and you walk into that stadium, first of all, you walk by the UGA. And for those of you who don't know, Uga's the dog mascot, the wrinkly old bulldog that you see.
Oh man.
And there's a statue.
Nothing better than Uga.
And there's multiple Ugas. I believe we're on Uga 10.
Please comment if you know which Uga we're on. Please comment if you know which Uga.
I might have gave it away. Did
you say 10? You said.
I think we're on Uga 10.
I don't think it's 10.
No.
No.
But some Ugas pass away. Some have retired and went on to different activities.
They have other things to do. I mean, listen, you can represent for a little while. Maybe some of them wanted to go on different acting careers or do some commercials for Alpo or one of the new dog food brands now.
Yeah, no, they
Blue Mountain.
They can do anything they want.
Blue Mountain, the best dog food in the business. Checks in the mail.
Checks in the mail.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
But they have a statue of Uga in there.
Do they really? Like a big statue?
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. It's awesome. And then you instantly see.
How big is their stadium?
I don't know the capacity, but it's.
I know Michigan's like 105,000.
I know they're all insane. All these college stadiums, but you walk in and Georgia's known for the field being surrounded by the hedges, right?
Yeah, okay. Yep.
So you walk in and you see these perfectly groomed hedges around the entire football field.
Someone has to do that.
And it's oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Someone has to upkeep that. Little things you don't think about.
But it's so gorgeous, and you instantly I got goosebumps talking about it now. It's just.
He's not kidding. He's got the goosies.
Yeah, and it's amazing. You see these,
No hair on these arms. Shaved.
but it's just perfect. It's a perfect scene.
Yeah.
You know, and you,
Now, where else have you been?
we went to Notre Dame when Georgia played Notre Dame a few years back.
So you've been to you've been to South Bend.
It's
You
It's
were
amazing.
in for a game? Did you sit down?
I drove to a game.
No, but were you in?
Oh,
See?
yeah.
Okay. Some people go I know some people go to just tailgate.
Yeah, so
Dude, that's the other one. Even I'm not a big Notre Dame fan, but that's second on my list of where I want to go is Notre Dame.
and I would say put it almost first. It's insane.
Yeah.
Just because of the amount of history on that campus.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm not a big religious guy, but man,
You kind of feel that
it
when you're
puts
there,
you
right? Yeah.
in awe
Yeah.
of all the cathedrals and the touchdown Jesus that,
You know,
that
it's,
they have
I
there.
mean, if we want to get technical, I think it's Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I didn't want to correct you. I didn't want to embarrass you. There's a hunchback of Notre Dame. I mean, you said
Right,
Notre Dame.
he rings the bell.
Oh yeah, hunchback.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy goes through his whole life. He's got he's trying to walk around. He's got a hunchback.
Right.
It looks like a giant, hunch on his back. It's not fair. He didn't ask for that.
It's not fair.
The people in the town are all picking on him and stuff, and the guy, he didn't ask to be born like that.
No, he didn't. He's a man, not an animal.
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
But get this. So I'm wearing a Georgia jersey.
Mhm.
The whole time I'm walking around, right? I'm walking around and there's a game that day.
Did you have your pink leotards on?
No, that was later.
Okay.
So again, I'm on Notre Dame's campus, wearing a Georgia jersey, Georgia hat, right? Nobody said one negative thing to me
Right.
the entire time.
Was there a lot of Georgia?
Not in the stadium. So I'll put a picture on YouTube here
Okay.
because I have a picture of the stadium. It's probably 80% red when I got inside.
Really?
It was nuts.
They traveled that well, huh?
They travel awesome.
That's amazing. I mean, plus it's Notre Dame.
It was nuts. But again,
80% Georgia?
I'm not even exaggerating.
Wow.
And again, I'll put it on the video.
When was this? Was this when Notre Dame was struggling a bit? Because they had some years where they.
So the other thing that's amazing about college football now is the transfer portal. And if you're not familiar with the transfer portal,
Which I wasn't.
it's almost like there's always a free agency for the NFL. Think of it like that. If a guy isn't going to start, then he can just say, "I'm out of here. I'm gonna go play here and start."
Now, what is it? The other school obviously needs to have interest.
You have to enter.
They don't have agents, right? So how do they do it?
You enter a transfer portal, and then once these schools,
It's called a transfer portal.
Yeah. Once
It's
you
like Star Trek.
very similar. Yeah. Spock.
They get beamed.
Shatner. You know.
They get beamed over.
Yeah. So once you put yourself in the transfer portal, now people can contact you.
All right. So they make themselves eligible. So they say, I'm in the transfer
Yes.
portal, and schools reach out to them?
Yes. So to give you a great example, and the reason this is better for college football is because it makes your product better. So instead of having 3 awesome quarterbacks on one team
That aren't getting used.
now they say, well, the heck with it. I'm going to go play for USC and start. And now your college football product is way better.
Which there's so much talent
So I'll get,
goes to Georgia. That's why these college schools have such good, like the backup comes in. How often does the backup come in, ends up taking the job because he's better than the starter? These are all 5-star recruits, whether
Well-
you're starting or not.
well, for Tua did it to Jalen Hurts.
And transfer.
And then Jalen Hurts transfers to Oklahoma.
now he's in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and he had an amazing year at Oklahoma. Just to give you an example, we would have never seen Joe Burrow if the transfer portal wasn't around. At least there's a good chance, because he was backing up J.T. Barrett at Ohio State,
That's
and
wild.
J.T. Barrett was awesome for
That's
college.
wild, yeah. And Burrow right now, elite.
But Burrow
elite,
knew.
elite.
And that was tough for Burrow because Burrow's from Ohio.
Okay.
So, but again, when you're confident in your ability, I mean, he went
Joe
to
Cool, man.
He went to LSU, and then the rest is history. I mean, he's
Yeah.
part of the maybe the greatest college football team of all time.
Oh, dude, the roster there with the
Do you-
Jamar Chase and defense, too. Like, just a crazy team.
Look at it: Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Terrence Marshall was the other wide receiver.
Who's the running back?
I want to say Clyde Edwards-Helaire
Yeah.
was the running back there.
There was two, but yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, killer team, man. You're right. Maybe one of the best ever.
But it's just another reason why college football is so good these days. You know,
I dig it. I dig this topic. I'm glad we got into this today. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well.
oh wait, one last thing.
Yes,
College football is on Saturdays instead of Sundays.
correct.
So if you do want to get a little,
Yeah.
you don't go to work the next day.
If you want to pop some tops, you can get after it, and you don't have to. Yeah.
You go to a Bills game on a Sunday. You're a little
And-
hungover.
And you got all day Sunday to lounge and then watch the NFL football.
Right.
Win-win.
Saturdays are for the boys.
Win-win. I have a very,
Yeah.
very exciting episode for our next podcast. I'm really looking forward to it.
Me too.
It's something that really hits home to me. Not going to reveal what it is. I hope everybody will tune in and see us next time. But I'm really working hard on the next episode, and it's something that's going to be really, really awesome. So thank you guys again for your continued support. I am D Money.
I'm Jason Ball. Don't forget about our little giveaway,
Yes, please comment for the giveaway.
and we'll see you guys next week.
Also, watch the channel all through the week. Watch it all the time. We're constantly doing little mini not breaks, but ripping some boxes, some content, advertising for our sponsors.
My son just pulled an amazing card.
Downtown.
Don't tell him.
Never mind.
A
All right,
downtown.
guys. Thank
All
you.
right.
All right, like Letterman. Ready?
See ya.